Hello and welcome. In today's video, we are going to set up our HTML coding environment and go over the basic page structure, like what is what and how everything works. So let's get started. Step 1. Requirements. So first of all, you will need two things: a text editor to write our HTML code and a browser to run it. We will be using VS Code as our text editor and Google Chrome as our browser. If you don't know how to install VS Code or Google Chrome, just ask ChatGPT and you will get step-by-step instructions. We cannot include that part because it will just add more length to our video. After installing Visual Studio Code, you need to click on this Extensions tab, search for Live Server and then install it. Why we are installing this live server? Because this extension will create a local server, allowing us to write our HTML file in browser and see updates in real time without needing to refresh it manually. Otherwise, what will happen when we will run this file in our browser, whenever we will make a change, we need to refresh it manually. Step 3. Creating our first file. Now, since that everything is set up, let's create our first HTML file. To create an HTML file, you need to click here, name it anything you want, but just make sure that the file extension should end with .html. Then just save it. Inside this file, paste the code that I have added in the description of this video. This is called the boilerplate code. It contains the basic structure that every HTML page needs. Now save the file and open it in your browser. If you have installed the live server, then just right click on the file and select open with live server. Or if you can just simply double click the file, it will open in Chrome by default. If you have already selected Chrome as your default browser, then otherwise it will open in your Microsoft Edge. As you can see, it displays Hello World in the browser, which we will often refer to as the UI in this and upcoming videos. Now pause the video, follow the same steps and drop a comment if you were able to do it or if you ran into any issues. Now let's understand this code. So to understand this code, let's break it down line by line. At the top, we have the HTML tag, which tells the browser that this is an HTML document. Inside this document, you will see two main sections, head and body. The head section is like the configuration area of the HTML document. Here we can connect a style sheet, we can add a script file or inline script like font family, we can set the initial zoom label, define the page title and include other meta details. The body section is where we create the UI. Anything written inside the body will be displayed on the web page. It can be anything. For example, this is heading, which is represented in UI like this. And this is a button which is represented in UI like this. We'll explore these elements like what is tag, what is element, what is heading, button, etc. in more detail in our next video. So that's it for now. This should be enough to get you started. In the next video, we'll deep dive into HTML tags and elements, what they are, how they work. So stay tuned and I'll see you in the next one. And also,